You might be wondering what a week on the homestead looks like? Well, today we're going to show you.
Right, so we're first starting with our little garden.
Yes, I've been taking care of the garden, or actually I planted the garden, Miguel's taking care of it a lot. Because every morning, every day, we come out and yeet.
Yeah, what does that mean? Well, we look for slugs and then we grab them and we yeet them out away from the garden because our cabbages and our cauliflowers have been the ones that have been eaten the most. But that's usually how we start our day. We have a coffee in the morning, and then after that we decide what we're going to do throughout the day, and this is kind of what a week on the homestead looks like.
About a month ago, I planted the garden. I got leek growing that I got as a seedling, the cabbages, cauliflower. I put some seeds in for radishes. So yeah, in the morning after we have our coffee, we come out here and take a look at it and see how everything is growing and be amazed by what nature does. I'm really excited to see everything growing. Like these cabbages are getting so big. It looks amazing. Like here you can see how small they were when I first got them, and that was only a month ago. And then these carrots too. It's so cool. This is really one of the reasons why we moved here and got this house, because it has a lot of land and I can grow my garden. After we look at the garden and bring away the compost, we decide what we are going to work on for that day. And speaking of putting away my compost, we built a compost bin this week. So let's look at how Miguel and I did that.
This will be a very simple design. So we hammered in our 3 back supports
Yeah.
that I think will be quite alright. So let's flip it around.
Instead of wood isn't on the inside.
Yeah, so it might last slightly longer. Plus, you probably won't want it on the, when you're shoveling, you don't want to hit wood.
Yeah.
Alright, push it all the way back.
Let it grow. Sideways.
You can try the other one then. Get the bigger piece.
Now I've got my compost bin. The only thing that I need is my compost, my kitchen scraps, the leaves from the yard, and ideally also a pitchfork to turn it every now and then, because I do not have a pitchfork right now.
Add it on our wish list, our Amazon wish list.
Yeah, hopefully I'll put it on my Sinterklaas or Christmas wish list, and who knows, maybe maybe Santa will bring me a pitchfork in my stocking.
Named Santa.
Yeah. If any one of you is called Santa or Pete, any Pete's?
While Yvonne is usually working on videos or teaching or working on the garden, I have been working on this monster of a house. If you've seen in the last couple of videos, we've been trying to do these bathrooms, but we found a big problem with the foundation. So I've been working on that for about two and a half weeks now. I'm hoping to finish that foundation work this week. So I've been working on it, and it's just taking time. Like everything, I'm only one person doing this type of work, so it takes time. But I have been working on that. Other things that I've been working on have been the fireplace, because it is a little bit, I guess, broken. A lot of the mortar has come out of the joints, so I'm going to be refinishing it, and I want to put a little bit more on the bottom because it also has become cracked and it doesn't look very smooth, because we want to have fires here in the fireplace, obviously. I've been really excited about getting the fireplace redone and set up, because we're hoping to have fires. The winter is coming, and we're hoping to have some nice fires and possibly even roast some of our chestnuts.
Miguel mentioned the chestnuts, and you can see the chestnut tree right here behind us in the middle. It's been giving us a lot of chestnuts, and it keeps us busy because we go out there every couple of days to pick up more chestnuts and then, use them.
Yeah, for about the last, month? It's now coming to the end of the chestnut season. There's no more on the tree, but we've been picking them up, and we've been roasting them, and we've been trying to give them away, but we've been a little unsuccessful. We have so many chestnuts. We've been collecting chestnuts for how long, Yvonne?
I don't know, my watch
Like an hour?
has no more power.
Look at show us the bucket.
Yes. I don't know if I can lift it.
Whoa, that's a lot of chestnuts.
There's so many.
If we can get the fireplace up and running, then we can actually roast some on the fire, which of course is a traditional Christmas time, fall thing to do.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to getting the fireplace
With a
up
hot
and running.
chocolate or a mulled wine.
My.
Living life. If you are wondering why Miguel's climbing up the roof, he has a little bit of work to do there.
Yeah, so it hasn't all been fun and games, hot chocolate and mulled wine. We have actually entered the rainy season, and that means I need to check on the roofs because some of them are leaking.
Yes. Some places have bigger leaks than other places.
And some places have bigger problems than other places.
Yeah, that only leaky roofs. Because, Miguel's been wanting to fix a little hole here in this roof for a while now, but we had some visitors that, he wasn't really excited about meeting.
Whoa, God.
What?
We got, those look like hornets. Oh, those look like the ones they're talking about. Those Asian hornets. All right, I came up here to look at this because the hornets are another problem. I think those are the ones the Asian hornets that kill bees.
Possible, yeah.
Yeah, so there was water pouring in. Now I can see why. I came up here to maybe put some kind of tarp down, but I'm seeing like 40,000 hornets, and I'm afraid they're gonna sting me if I get too close to them. They have a whole nest here, and they're building more. Whoa, another one just flew by my head. Okay, I don't know how to eradicate those. So about, 3 weeks ago, I went up there after a big rainstorm because we saw that there was a lot of water coming into the kind of what we call the dungeon area. It was pouring in, and we're like, better go up there because that's too big of a leak
To just let go and not
to deal with because it was enough water to be concerned about. So I tried to go up on the roof, and I got up on the roof and immediately realized that there was a large nest of Asian hornets.
Yeah, I mean, you saw a nest, and we saw animals like flying in, wasps, but we weren't really sure what kind of wasp it was at first. But what we did, we called the local junta, the freguesia, where I showed them a video of it, and they sent out people to take a look at them, and yes, it were indeed Asian wasps, or Asian hornets.
Yeah, so they came with a big fluid of, like, a big needle, and they injected poison, I guess, into the hive, and they said wait a couple of days, and they should be gone. And recently, we haven't seen any.
We haven't seen any, no. Not going in and out of the nest. There's only a small part of the nest visible on top of the roof, on the tiles. The rest of the nest is inside.
It's actually in the house.
Yes. Which we noticed when we went into the house, into the library to check on it, because then there were a lot of hornets that had flat into the library area.
Yeah, and they're dead on the floor, so we got to clean all that up. When I was working on the fireplace in the other room, I mixed up this cement, which is the special cement for fireplaces. It's able to withstand the heat of a fire. But I had mixed up too much because I didn't know how much I was going to need. So I had a little bit left over. I think I'm going to clean out this bread oven, what we have here in the kitchen. We're not really working on the kitchen yet, but I think I'll clean out the bread oven and see if I can use it in there, because I don't want it to go to waste. It's not necessarily expensive, but it just seems wasteful to leave half a bucket of special cement just to harden on its own, and then it's gone. So I'm gonna open this up and take a look what's going on in here, and hopefully we can fix it. We'll see. I found a pickaxe set.
Oh!
And a box of old keys. Oh, it's falling apart.
The keys or the box?
The box.
Oh, God.
Look, it's like spurs
All the hidden gems.
and all
Your,
these keys. And like old nail spikes. It's just a box of old random metal.
Yeah, they're like, well, we
that
don't
they
know where to
tossed
put
in
it.
here.
I'm gonna put it in the bread oven. Whoa! That's so clean now. Whoa, look at it. I mean, it needs some fixing, but it looks great. Can't wait to bake your
Pizza.
sourdough or pizza.
Sourdough, pizza, something.
Oh, something, yeah.
So looking in the oven, it's clearly a red clay oven. A lot of the clay has been coming down, and if I got a few shots when I was cleaning it out, you could see the red clay. Inside you can see it. And so now I'm debating if I want to just move forward with this white cement that was for the fireplace, or redo it properly as a red like clay oven. Like a clay oven is really nice. And this clearly was good at some point, but the clay has gotten old and wet and it's falling down. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a red clay oven, but I think I'll do the refractory clay, like the refractory clay that I have for the fireplaces on the bottom. And then when I get the red clay, put it over. So when you look in, it's just a red like brick oven. I think that'll be really cool. And Yvonne's dancing behind the camera. So I think we've already made a decision on that.
Yes.
But in order to use up the clay, like the clay cement thing that I made, I'm going to put it just a thin layer on the bottom and then
Fill up the
clay.
cracks and the holes.
Yeah, fill up all the cracks and holes. Oh, Jesus. It's a Hansel and Gretel situation in here.
I heard my name. And then I walked in.
You laughing at me?
Well, it was not what I was I know, it was not what I expected to see when I walked in, when you yelled my name, so I chuckled.
As you can see, I was able to put the fire clay in here. It looks okay. I'm obviously going to put another layer of red clay and fix all the kind of the dome where there's gaps in the clay. And in the brick, I'm going to probably just do a whole layer of red clay so that it just looks like a red oven when you look inside. But I'll have to go by that. And this bottom layer was just for extra protection and for having a smooth surface to put the clay on, so that when I get the clay, I can actually make it very smooth and very nice, make sure there's no cracks or anything like that. So the oven and the fireplace look pretty good in my opinion. As you can see, we have our fire going, so that means I fixed the fireplace.
Yes, nice. Yeah, so this is like a bit of what we do on a week here on the homestead.
Yeah, so this has been basically a week.
Yeah.
A couple of things that have dragged on a little bit longer than a week, but a typical week for us. We're glad that you watched to the end and got to see us actually get our fire going. Looks like I need to put another log on, but looks great, feels great.
Yeah, it feels really nice and warm. In a little bit, we are going to get our chestnuts out and roast our chestnuts and maybe even pop some popcorn.
Yeah, maybe have some roasted chestnuts on our fire like we were talking about. We have a bunch ready to go, so we'll throw those on through a skillet or something and see if we can get them roasted. But typical week kind of for us, lots of little projects. Not everything's worth filming for an individual video, but I might do the oven if we get the red clay and show you like the whole process of the fireplace redo, because this is our first one, and if it's good and there's no problems,
We'll have more fires here coming winter.
Yeah.
Like like Miguel said, thank you for watching. We hope you liked it. If you did so, give it a thumbs up. And we hope to see you in the next video.
Bye
Bye-bye.